The life you want and the person you are today cannot coexist. You have to end life as this version of you, or your future never gets a chance to be born. Adding new habits, starting a new routine doesn't work. No habit survives an identity that doesn't believe it actually belongs there. I spent 2 decades repeating the same behaviors and getting the same results because my programming wasn't changing. My thoughts and beliefs were evolving, but I wouldn't understand. But underneath everything, I didn't have self-worth. Didn't believe I actually deserved the thing I craved or would ever have the life I fantasized. There's something you need to understand. What's actually happening every time you try to change is just a story you are telling yourself. Your central nervous system functions more like an immune system, and your body attacks. It wants to keep you neutral, safe. Your identity attacks anything that doesn't match to who you deeply believe that you are and what you genuinely feel you deserve. So when you try to become someone new, your identity registers that as the fire alarm because it's doing exactly what it's built to do. Protect the version of you who already knows. This is why you can want to change with your whole heart and still find yourself back on the couch, giving up on new projects, swiping right on the same person. It's not weakness, it's biology. Your brain is literally pulling you back to match your self-concept. The current version of you is incapable of believing you could ever build the life you want. Every result you have right now was created by the person you are today. And if this version of you is capable of building the life you want, you'd already have it. So how do you actually get it? Unfortunately, it's going to be rough because you need to lose everything. Most likely every friendship, every routine, your job, the way you keep your appearance, the conversations you have with others, but more importantly with yourself. It's called cognitive dissonance. Everything you feel about yourself, positive and negative, is running the show. I need you to write it all down. For each belief, ask yourself, did I choose this? Or it was handed to me by a family member, a past experience, by an older version of me who was just trying to stay safe. You're going to notice something. Most of what you believe about yourself, you didn't consciously choose. You absorbed it from your environment, from your failures, from what people told you you were. And you've been living inside those walls ever since. You need to release those negative thoughts like balloons up into the sky. Thank them for once serving you, because most people never learn how powerful their thoughts are. The caterpillar didn't just grow wings. It melted down to nothingness. You have to go to rock bottom to rise higher. I know that this is a concept that is really going to push against everything your body is trying to do, but that's exactly why I'm telling you. Last week, I was introduced to one of the trainers, Josh, and a few days before that, unbeknownst to him, I was told about this elusive trainer, Josh, because he had just lost his mom. She was explaining how she could sense the change in him since losing his mom, and I was like, I need to meet this man. And then my friend randomly introduced me to him a few days later, and then my other friend is being trained by him, so I was like, I need to meet this man. So she put us in a group chat. And then we just coincidentally ran into each other a few minutes ago. This man, I wish he would be a mental health coach, because the way he was speaking about men and their behaviors and emotions and crying and the loss of his mother and what it meant, we need more people like Josh. He was amazing. I'm thinking about inviting him onto my YouTube. I want to do this one with Anna on Sunday, and then maybe send it to Josh and kind of be like, this is what I want to do with you. Because I love having men come on that are grounded and secure and like healthy mindsets, and give an example for men that maybe feel a little lost that isn't the manosphere. I understand based on my Instagram, TikTok content that not all manosphere groups are bad. Do you as a woman understand how much men hate women right now? And I'm not into the H word. I don't support the H word. I don't like how men speak to me, but I don't H word them because I understand that they're just projecting their feelings. Like when someone says something to you, like, I know that you know this, but I'm gonna remind you. When you are in a relationship with someone who is accusing you of cheating, they are cheating on you. When someone is accusing you and they're like being insecure, it's because they're up to no good and they don't want you to out trick them. Or sometimes it's that they were cheated on and they're just like not over it, which I feel like a lot of men get stuck in their feels from an ex. Like I was talking about this on my TikTok, I'll post it here. I got stitched and I can't wait to talk about it. Do you think the manosphere was influential in consuming so many of your friends?
I'll take this one. Most of the guys who fell for red pill didn't start out viewing women as worthless. They started lonely. Researchers who studied the forums where men leave the red pill found the same thing over and over again. The conversations that pull men in: loneliness, rejection, and feeling invisible. They don't start off as monsters. And here's why the manosphere works. It shows up at the exact moment in a man's life, and it gives him three things that nobody else offered him: an explanation for his pain, a brotherhood, and permission to stop feeling like a failure.
Well, I'm obviously going to disagree here. I love how he's speaking about this. I love how he's not coming for me at the jugular like some of y'all, because I think having a healthy debate about this issue is helping. My platform on YouTube has always been because my brother at 35 lost his mom tragically, became an alcoholic, and drowned in front of me. And in the ICU, none of his friends knew his mom had died because my brother had suppressed all of that. So that's when I got the ding, ding, ding. Men don't know how to express their feelings. Men are never trained or taught how to express their feelings. His father, my stepfather, was not a nice father, was abusive in every way that he could be to his son. So his son never developed, my brother, capacity to expressing his feelings. So I don't think men lifting up one another is the key. I think it's learning how to express your emotions, going to therapy, reading books, working on your inner self, being single, being celibate, doing things for self-love, having intimacy and relationships with men. I'm not a man, so I can't speak on what it's like to try to find men to have that sort of intimate relationship, but that's what therapy is for. And I think that's what a lot of women are frustrated about, because women are going to therapy, not all of them, I'm not defending the female's trust.
It makes them feel like the pain they feel has a cause, and it's women. That feels like relief to a lot of these men.
The fact that women are blamed for men's own incapacities and insecurities in their own limiting abilities on being emotional is bananas to me. The fact that men hold women responsible for their feelings. Listen, I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and I'm here to hit you over the head and tell you that no one should have control about how you think about yourself. Words are spells. Boundaries have a purpose, and you should not be allowing anyone outside of yourself to dictate how you feel about yourself. Now, yes, everyone falls victim to it, including myself. No, that's the human experience. But it is your responsibility as said human to learn about your own empowerment, your own capabilities, and lead from that place. So any victim narrative bullshit of a man saying that his pain and trauma and suffering and struggling is because of a woman, I call crybaby. You guys are supposed to have more testosterone than us. You're supposed to be more masculine than us. Then now, yes, science has proven that there's things in water and food that's disintegrating your testosterone. A lot of the men that I've dated recently were taking testosterone because their levels were so low. So it's not really men's fault, but it is their fault that they're trying to project and victim narrative and blame the female species. And just because one woman hurt your feelings doesn't mean that every woman's gonna hurt your feelings. But I feel like men are so sensitive to that. Like one woman hurts their heart in high school and they're forever jaded. One woman in their 20s cheats on them and they're forever jaded. Like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be the stronger species, but you're actually way more emotional and soft.
Why did it get your friends? Because nobody got there first. Because he was struggling and the people around him either didn't notice or just told him to man up.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, because my stepdad would always say to my brother, quit being a baby. Instead of my brother being able to express his feelings and how emotional he was feeling. My brother was a water sign. I'm an astrology girly. So he was very sensitive. He could feel energies on people. He could feel emotions much more intensely than a lot of people can. And as a man, you can't explain that. You can't elaborate on how you're feeling because you're a man. You gotta be tough.
And the only person who said, I see you, I know you're hurting, come sit with us, was a grifter with a podcast. Calling these men low vibration or losers, it just confirms what the manosphere told them.
They are low vibrational because they're allowing other people to seep into their mindset, erode their own self-worth. That is what low vibration is. When you come from a high vibration, you actually believe in yourself. You believe that you deserve love. You come from a wholesome, loving, patient, kind place. So for those that are in victim narrative, blaming women, they are literal low vibration.
The world sees them as worthless.
I am not a man hater. Not one single man is worthless. Even the ones that say horrible things to me on the internet, I still love them. I still have patience for them because I understand that they're hurting. I understand that they're projecting. I understand that they are trying to spew venom at me because they are using the words that they feel about themselves to me, subconsciously or consciously. They feel incomplete within themselves.
Men leave when another man reaches out his hand and says, look, I've been there. I get it, but there's a better way.
Not gonna lie, I did not watch the whole video. I'm responding as I'm watching it, and hearing that you say that you want to pull people out, thank you. I'm trying, and as a woman, I think that they don't believe or understand what I'm trying to do. You read the comments in my initial post, especially on Instagram. I have so many long, beautiful messages from grounded, healed men who used to be manosphere, realized that they just needed support, got out of manosphere, and there are tons of amazing men. Just the shitty ones talk the loudest. But it is 11 a.m. I was supposed to meet a new friend for coffee and I just canceled because I don't vibe with them. I don't feel like I want to do that. I do have a country music concert later today. So I'm going to do an everything shower and then do some real estate work and then get ready for this concert. We're gonna go at like 4:30. So I'm super excited. We're going to the Platinum area. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a great summer Saturday. You can't trust your body if you want to reach a different place because your body's like a thermostat. If you enjoy the temperature of 72 degrees and you start to heat things up to 76, it's going to run the air conditioner and cool you off and tell you to sit down and shut up. You want to get to 76. You want to get to maybe 80. You want to heat up your central nervous system. And after practicing, you'll be able to go back to the 72 and maintain that. But you're going to have to get a little spicy to get there. Remember, I told you it was going to be challenging. It was gonna be heavy, but you got this. But the hair is herring. Do I look cowboyish? Countryish? That's more an appropriate question. Do I look countryish? I feel like a picnic table. I mean, with the boots with the fur.
Who is this girl?
I mean, it's up to you. I do like the hat.
I just showed my tushy. Did you get it on camera? She saw my own tushy. Cutting off all relationships that felt like you can no longer be a part of who you want to be next. I spent a Saturday evening with 3 people that I had never spent time with, and I had a really great time. I could tell that the energy of these people was different than what I had usually hung around with. And I think spending time with a relationship that has been together for 19 years and they still look incredibly happy with one another is the perfect example of who you need to be surrounding yourself with. Surround yourself around people that have healthy relationships, not only with others, but most importantly with themselves. Thanks so much for watching. You got this. Make sure to subscribe. Bye.